Susan Braverman from Vancouver will be here. So I'm turning the mic over to you, Veronica.
Thank you, Len. Good evening, everyone. Was that Leonard Cohen? It sounded like him. I love his work. That was him. Okay, so today's Wednesday, and 30 minutes of dialogue followed by a meditation. 30 minutes of dialogue on fear. Everything we're supposed to get rid of. Healing is release from fear. Light dispels darkness. Things that are do not come from things as they appear. Where there is darkness, let there be light. So we ask the question, what is fear? False evidence appearing real. And the Course teaches us appearances deceive because they are appearances and not reality. Dwell not on them in any form. They obscure reality and bring fear because they hide the truth. And the Course teaches us fear lies not in reality, but in the minds of children who do not understand reality. And reality is a quality or state of being real. Fear is judgment. Fear is a dream. Fear is hell. And fear appears real because the idea, everything is an idea, because the idea in your mind is causing the fear in your life. And if you are afraid of anything, you are giving it power. You're acknowledging its power to hurt you. And fear makes appreciation impossible. Fear prevents us from appreciating love. Fear prevents us from hearing clearly at the form level because the mind is so distorted. When you are fearful, it is because you have chosen wrongly, or you have allowed your mind to slip away. Whatever you do, what you do comes from what you think. And when we miscreate, we are in fear. And the correction of fear is our responsibility. I am responsible for what I see. You think with thought, you see with thought. I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. What are we asking for? Again, the correction of fear is your responsibility. Fear is a sign of strain. What you want conflicts with what you do. And conflict is an expression of fear. And conflict is self-deception. You're deceived by the form. Conflict is mental struggle. And we struggle against what we are and what we've made. And conflict we have induced. And it must be resolved. It cannot be evaded, set aside, or disguised, or hidden by deceit. The illusion becomes so real to us, and we lose sight of the love. Only your mind can produce fear, and it does so whenever it is conflicted in what it wants, because wanting and doing are discordant, and that produces conflicting behavior. And just about everyone you meet is living, and it's not even living. If they're living in a state of fear, they're not living. They think they are, but they're not. They're surviving according to man-made rules and ideas, because fear is a wrong idea, which means they're not living in their natural state of love. And this is why mentally we are seldom at rest, because fear prevents us from hearing clearly at the form level. Fear prevents us from understanding the present. Love is always present. Fear is past and future. Love is now. We only thought, just an idea in the mind, we only thought we have lost our identity. Our identity is perfect, whole, and complete. And completeness lacks nothing. We are composed of eternal light energy. And we're not talking gender. We are light, prisms of light, beams of light. We are light fields. And what we are, the image in which we were created, is not for words to speak of or describe. We are divine love energy. And if it's in one, it's in all. On the level of form, we're different. But on the level of being, we're one. Can we just be? Being is love. To be and know your true self means you are inwardly secure in your love. We are electronic on one level. The electronic I am presence is electronic planes of light. We are light fields, beams of light, prisms of light, reflecting mirror consciousness in this human experience. So we have to be willing to see differently, since the responsibility is in your hands. And you think with thought, and you see with thought, and you are what your thoughts have made you. And so we're either making up our own illusions, because we're deceived by the form. We need to look upon a world of light. And the light that belongs to us is the light of joy. And it's nothing you have to work hard for or to attain. It is your birthright. So whatever is flowing out from you in secret is being shown to the world in outward manifestation. And of course, the Course tells us, let go of your secret investments, remembered pain, past disappointments, and perceived injustices. We have to let go of the fears that are stifling us. And be willing to be carried. Choose a different approach to life. Turn your senses inward so you can remember what you are. So you can see differently. So you can add beauty to the world by releasing yourself from blindness and misery. We're so blinded by the external world of form. You want to leave a clean and open space within your mind so love can come streaming into your awareness. Light is the spiritual essence of the divine. And you want your light to shine with the ointment of understanding. And Light does not need our advice or our suggestions. Everything has already been decided for us. We just have to make a decision. Whom do you want to serve? The mind cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve love and fear. This produces conflicting behavior. You want your light to expand in the center of your heart. You want to soak yourself in the awareness of what you are and be free, freedom from illusions. Everything in manifestation is connected with the infinite ocean of life. And wherever there is life, infinite energy is behind it. And what have we done? We have excluded ourselves from our true essence. We have excluded ourselves from the reality that is you. Reality does not change. It's you that's having a change in thought style. It's you that's letting go of the fear and the conflict. Where you're seeing life in fragmented pieces. You're not seeing the wholeness of life when we're floating on the surface. You want to go for the pearls at the bottom of the sea. You want to dive deep. What is concealed cannot be loved. And so it must be feared. What is hidden cannot be shared. And only what is hidden is terrifying. It's frightening because you do not understand it. If you did, it would be clear. Then you would be no longer in the dark. And the darkness are our self-made faults. And there's no darkness the light will not dispel. So can we be willing to just give up what you've made? Do not allow your mind, as the Course would say, to wander through darkened corridors. Let the light banish the darkness. The Course teaches us a little flicker of your eyelids, closed for so long, has taken you deep into the darkness. Do you believe that love would leave you in darkness? No. That was our choice, to be in the darkness. No faltering footsteps that you take can separate you from what you are. Because within you is a force that no darkness can resist. Let the darkness be dispelled by one who knows light. You are willing, through your devotion, through your practice, to remove all sense of darkness, weakness, strain, and fatigue from your mind. Your deepest desire is to remember what you are, to know the truth of what you are, and allow your light to shine, and allow nothing to obscure its radiance. Light reflects life, and is an aspect of creation, and light and life must go together. And in order for us to see, again, you think with thought, you see with thought. In order for us to see, you have to recognize that light is within. So we have to look within. When the inside is right, the outside will be right. You cannot see outside yourself, as the Course teaches us, nor is the equipment for seeing outside of you. And an essential part of this equipment is the light that makes seeing possible. And guess what? It is with you always. Always. Making vision possible in every circumstance. You were created of light and in light. And the great light always surrounds you and shines out through you. Your goal is to find out what you are. Your goal is light. Sure enough, light cannot live in darkness. And it's our responsibility to clean up our mess, to face our dysfunction, and transmute it through the power of love. And the light of strength within us is constant. We each have an enormous internal savings account of vitality. The light within us cannot be blotted out. Let it dazzle your eyes. Open your secrets to the light. The light in one awakens it in all, and next to you is one who holds the light. So we have to practice coming closer, closer, and closer to a greater awareness of what you are, instead of all the fantasies and shadows. We need to give ourselves space and room to practice wordlessly. Dreams are chaotic, the Course teaches us, because they are conflicting. And what we are conflicts with what we want. And most of us don't even know what we want. We think we want some sort of material object or thing to fill us up. All we really want is to remember what you are. You want to know the truth. That is where your freedom lies. And in dreams, we arrange everything. And most of our time is spent in dreaming. And our dreams, the Course teaches us, are perceptual temper tantrums. Dreams are a protest against reality. And reality is a quality or state of being real. And only what is loving is real. Dream happy dreams. Happy dreams come through. Not because they're dreams, but because they're happy. The Course is teaching us, do not hide your nightmares in the darkness of your own false certainty by refusing to open your eyes. Eyes that look are common. Eyes that see are rare. You want to see with the eye of your heart. The eye of your heart sees the invisible light. And you are letting go of the visible for the invisible. And when you have made what is not real visible, what is visible became invisible. We made fair. So it's real to you, the believer. And having made it, you can let it go. The choice is yours. You want to allow your light to shine brightly, regardless of the fog that obscures it. We are here to transform consciousness from fear to love. We're not here by some cosmic fluke. The power of decision is your own. You have to decide. And in truth, you don't have to decide anything because everything has already been decided for you by one who knows you well. You have to make a decision as to whom do you want to serve, love or fear, the selfish will or the selfless will. You cannot be in conflict. You cannot be in fear when you ask for what you want. It is a statement of an open mind. Not certain yet, but willing to be shown. Only my mind can produce fear and conflict. And an untrained mind suffers and causes suffering. And a well-trained mind brings peace and joy. So again, what do you want? Embrace the fullness of what you are. Without illusions, there's no fear, no doubt, and no attack. All pain is over. Pain is the manifestation in the body of the sickness in the mind. And if you're in fear, it's because you have not made up your mind as to whom do you want to serve. The selfish will, man's thought system, a thought system of survival programming, or the selfless will. Contact universal supply. So you can be filled with whatever is needed. And in any situation, situations change, circumstances change, events change, but the essence of what you are is unchangeable. And in any situation, a letting go is necessary. in order to allow the mind to reach inward to access the wisdom. You want to bless all of your experiences into wisdom. We were not created to survive. We were created to live, and to live life abundantly, with passion. We must be willing to lift the veil of darkness. If you are identifying with a false self, your mind is in a constant state of fear. And as you love, you will be released from fear. The loving thoughts dissolve the fearful thoughts. Fear is a sign of strain, that what you want conflicts with what you do. So this produces conflicting behavior. And only the mind can produce fear. And it does so because wanting and doing is discordant. So the first step in undoing the error is to recognize that it is fear. And fear arises from lack of love. And whatever fear directs the body to do is painful. And when in fear, your energy is misdirected, and you miscreate. When in love, the energy is flowing without interruptions. So you have to emerge from the conflict if you are to bring peace to yourself and others. Because conflict is self-deception, and self-deception is dishonesty. It's mental struggle. You're struggling against what you are and what you have made. And no one who lives in fear is alive. It means you're sleeping and dead. And as I've often said, humanity has not fallen from grace. Humanity has just fallen asleep. And we've been asleep for much too long. This is a new era. It's a new world. It's a new millennium. A millennium is a period of joy, prosperity, righteousness. So I have to be using my mind in the right way. Fear and worry. We're always worrying, planning, analyzing, assessing, investigating. Fear and worry shut down the channels, so the energy flows sluggish, slow and sluggish. Love opens up the channel. We're not children of fear. Fear lies not in reality, the Course teaches us, but in the minds of children who do not understand reality. And fear prevents us from hearing clearly at the form level. Everything God wills is not only possible, but it has already happened. Creation is complete. It waits for you to be acknowledged. And that is why the past is gone. In reality, it never happened. It's a memory trace in your mind. It's only in your mind which thought it did. And so all of the mishaps and calamities that mankind has encountered is not the will of God. It is due to our disobedience of divine principles. Are we willing to let go of what we've made? And every experience you have is an opportunity to let go of fear and choose love. And fear is the supreme enemy of mankind. And fear of love is one of the strangest beliefs the human mind has made. Every experience is an opportunity for you to advance and let your errors be corrected at mind level where it was made. And you need a body to experience the lessons, so you can be released from the bondage of unfinished business, so you can release yourself from your karmic residue. Do not allow fear, the darkness, to feed on the strength of your soul. Do not plant seeds that will destroy your life or the lives of others. Do not be blinded by the external world. Do not see yourself as you could never be. End of pretense. We're always pretending to be something we're not. Be yourself, not an illusion of yourself. Your true self knows where you belong. You belong to the light. Stop looking outside The self is not found outside. The discovery must first be made inside. As the Course teaches us, seek not in the bleak world of illusions for your completeness, for everything is uncertain, and nothing seems to satisfy. Where there is confusion, there is a little understanding. We're trying to fill this emptiness, this loneliness we feel inside, trying to satisfy our emotional needs by eating to forget ourselves, or drinking, or shopping, or whatever we do. You are seeking to remember your true identity. Everyone is searching for the shining, radiant being that is your true self. The artist in his studio, the mountain climber, the person at the beach, the musician and his music, the baker, the banker, the butcher, the candlestick maker. Everyone is seeking to remember God. And anyone seeking love is seeking God. So can we just get ourselves out of the way? Let go of all self-made ideas of what is right or wrong, good or bad, and let love, allow love to carry you. And trust me, you'll have no regrets. You'll be on the royal road discovering your true self. And be at peace. I invoke the energies of all the Ascended Masters, Archangels, and Angels to be with us. We welcome your grace and your presence. Close your eyes. You're entering into light and allowing your inner strength to take the place of weakness. Say to yourself silently and thoughtfully, I rest in my true identity. I rest in my true identity. What could be more certain but the truth of what you are? You are the living light, and your goal is to remember what you are. You are the gift of light. Feel your light body as you enter into the temple of light. Light does not attack darkness. It just shines it away. A simple question yet remains and needs an answer. Do you like what you have made? The answer to this question will put an end to all of your insidious thoughts and bring you to the awareness of your true reality as the light of the world. Selfless devotion to yourself. Tell yourself, I choose light. I choose light. I am light, light, light. I am light, light, light. Ask yourself, what do I want? Your deepest desire is to know the truth of what you are. You are infinite love, infinite light, and infinite wisdom. Call on your light body. It will respond. Your goal is to remember what you are. Your goal is light. You can only find comfort, hope, and peace in the light. Practice coming closer, closer, and closer to the light. Fan the flame so it becomes brighter and brighter, so you are charged with the current of light. There's no need to be drifting aimlessly through life, disillusioned, dazed, in doubt, fear and uncertainty. Turn to what the light. Your goal is light. Your life is a privilege and a gift to the world, because your light's representative here on earth. Remember this fact and never lose sight of it. The past is over, never more to be returned. Like pages removed from the yearbook of your life, look upon each day and your experiences as an opportunity to bring you closer, closer, and closer to the awareness of what you are. Whatever transpires, you face with love and understanding. May you stand under the canopy of light, love, and wisdom. Do not delay your homecoming into the light. Do not betray yourself. Your goal is light. As a dedication to yourself, tell yourself with eyes closed, I am the living light. I am the living light. I am light eternal. I am light eternal. Relax your weary mind and remember that you are the light of the world. Breathe in light through the center of your heart. Never forget your responsibility to the light, because it is also your responsibility to yourself. Decide upon the goal you would achieve. Choose to follow the light and find yourself. By choosing light, all of your wrong ideas and decisions will have no power, because they are not true. Ask the inner teacher of light to take over everything in your life that does not matter, and give you confidence, faith, trust, guidance, and direction for everything that does matter as you serve the light. Tell yourself with eyes closed, I joyously serve the light. I joyously serve the light. Allow all of your misperceptions to be erased that stand in the way of the light. Your goal is to remember what you are. You are the light of the world. Refuse to be sidetracked. Refuse to acknowledge anything except the complete truth of what you are. You are the living light. You cannot exempt yourself from what you are. You are the light of the world. If you do, you will feel isolated, alienated, hopeless, deprived, and lonely. Choose to wake up and remember, for in the remembrance is your freedom. Freedom is creation, because it is light. Learn to be quiet and know. Close your eyes and reflect on the fact, I am the living light. I am the living light. I am the living light. Light and life must go together. You are an unstoppable force of light. We must release the rage and conditioning of our survival programming in order to know the light. This requires diligent practice and an unbreakable will to move out of the valley of the shadow of death and enter into the world of light, where others around you can quench their thirst. Most of us know what we want to do, but we lack the will to take the necessary steps. We are absent from the source of light. You're not absent from the light. Light is present, always present. You are absent. Close your eyes and tell yourself, I serve the light. I serve the light. I serve the light. Your part is to remain steadfast despite the opposition and not to give up in the face of adversity. When you do, you strengthen the light within you. You must be willing to decrease so the light can increase. This is a new era in which a new world is born. We must be willing to see differently and take up residence in the light. Close your eyes and tell yourself silently and thoughtfully, I serve the light. I serve the light. Butter lies hidden in cream. The light is hidden in the hearts of all. Breathe in light through the center of your heart. You have not succeeded in trying to banish the light, but you can succeed in banishing the darkness. How easily will your errors disappear when you choose light. Release yourself and others and remain open to receive the light. Do not hesitate. Your goal is light. Devote a day to gratitude for what you are. Be grateful and know that the light will never abandon you. Be willing to practice coming closer, closer, and closer to the light. By polishing the mirror of your mind daily, you will always meet yourself. There is no other. There is only I am. I am the living light. I am is always, everywhere, and in everything. Light was created for you, not by you. Light has no cost. It is your sacred right. Close your eyes and seek shelter in your sacred sanctuary of light. Be grateful that in solitude Your constant companion has joined you. Feel your light body. Feel a sense of release and relief. Practice coming closer, closer, and closer to the light. Light goes with gentleness. Be gentle with yourself. Only the light will wipe away your tears and turn all of your heaviness into joy. Turn all of your heaviness over to the light and see how bright your light will shine. Be in the light forever and forever. Where there is light, there is gentleness. The gentle have no pain, for they live in light. Give yourself the gift of gentleness. You're giving away in order to keep. Remain open-minded. You will find the oasis to quench your thirst. With eyes closed, tell yourself, I can always find comfort in the light. I can always find comfort in the light. My single purpose is light. My single purpose is light. Knock and the door will be opened. It has no latch. Enter in and make yourself comfortable where you belong. As you meet your true self remains untouched and changeless and will remove every difficulty and all pain that you may think is real. Your true self knows where you belong. You belong in the light. Whatever is troubling you, be certain your true self has the answer and will gladly give it to you. You cannot fail. Learn to listen silently and know the truth of what you really want. Look back no longer. The past is gone. What lies ahead is all you ever wanted in your heart. All pain is lifted. The core of anguish released as you come closer, closer, and closer to the light. That's the dedication to yourself. Tell yourself, I am charged with divine power. I am charged with divine power. My single purpose is light. My single purpose is light. I am life eternal. I am life eternal. Your heart is unlocked and receptive to receive all good. Because goodness is your original identity. Ask yourself, do you like what you have made? The answer will put an end to the insidious, treacherous decision to choose the light and to bring the light into whatever you are doing, your work or anything else. as you accept your sense of failure as nothing more than a mistake of what you are. The truth of what you are is beyond failure. Bring your mind from conflict into the light, where you will escape your sorry consequences. Tell yourself with eyes closed, I choose light. I choose light. My single purpose is light. My single purpose is light. Two things are required in order to come closer, closer, and closer to the light. Simplicity and purity. A pure mind knows it is light. Swim in the ocean of light. Tell yourself, light is the answer, not the question. Light is the answer, not the question. Practice seeing in the light. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. With sustained effort, the day will come where you can put your attention where you want it. Energy flows where your attention goes. All that you see will increase your light as you allow the light to strengthen you. Do not turn to man whose breath is in his nostrils. Turn to what the light, where all things are possible, and you can laugh at fear. Feel your light body. Choose to live in light and wisdom. Turn to what the light, and turn selfishness into selflessness, impatience into patience, insecurity into security, and anger into light. Your heart is unlocked, and the light is taking you to the path of righteousness. Each day, you're lighting the lamp of wisdom and training your mind to be like a lamp where the flame does not flicker. All that you have been suppressing is now exposed to the light. All daggers are released to the light. The cruel sword of judgment you held against your throat is given up to the light. Tell yourself, I am the living light. I am the living light. I am light, light, light. I am the light of the world. The divine light descends upon us all, and we are purified and blessed. For this we're grateful. Rest in quiet light. And so it is. Thank you all. Love you.